MuchMusic. It's NeilTV Day here, as you can tell from the crowd on the sidewalk. And I hope you've been watching every day because it's been a very exciting day of programming. We dove into the vault, pulled up videos from Neil Young's entire catalog, and all of this to celebrate the fact that Neil Young and Crazy Horse have been on tour across Canada for the first time in many, many years. And it's been thrilling for us because Jay Myers has been on the road with the whole Neil Young and Crazy Horse tour, bringing back reports from the road. And the thrills just keep on coming. What can I tell you? Because we're going into the environment right here, and Neil Young is in the house, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a chat early on, and then it's your turn to ask questions of Neil Young, okay? We're just going to go over and check out what's going on here with... how you doing, Neil?
Good. Good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm very well. Thanks for coming by.
All right.
You just brought this train set with you today, huh?
Yeah. You want to sit up on the couch, or are we going to sit down here?
Well, can you operate this train from the couch? You can, because you've got the Trainmaster unit with you. Okay, well, Chuck's got the Trainmaster unit. Why don't we just bring that over? You're not going to make it blow up or anything,
No.
Right? Okay. Why don't you bounce over into that corner over there?
Okay.
All right. And, this is a Lionel train set?
Yeah, those are Lionels, right? Those are the ones that we take on the road. This is our touring layout.
The touring layout, yeah, because when I first heard it was going to be like 20 feet by 18 feet, and I thought we'd have to build a whole new environment.
Yeah. Well, we had to make it smaller just to get in here, but it's modular.
And you take this on the road everywhere?
I take it a lot of places because, you know, when we're playing backstage, people come in, they have kids, and there's families and everything, and it just seems like it's just another thing for people to do.
Right. Because you get bored sometimes, you know.
Well, you know, the kids. You have kids.
Yeah. So now, what I understand is you're a part owner of this company now, Lionel Trains.
Yeah.
Cool. What brought on this fascination with trains?
I've always been kind of a train nerd. I guess my daughter calls me a train nerd. I've always been into it. I used to live by a railroad track up in Omemee, and trains used to go by behind the house, and everything would shake. Steam engines, and we'd run out and put nickels on the tracks and everything. Yeah. So, you know, it's just, plus I really like technical things, so the electronics and everything is fun.
Well, what I hear about this is you've developed some new technological wizardry to make it easy to use, right?
We did. And it makes it possible for you to do anything on the table just from here, you know. And, but my son, Ben, he plugs his head switch into the top here, and anything I do with the thing, and then he just hits a switch and it works. It mimics everything you do here, so it's really cool for a lot of different applications.
And what can you make? You're not going to make it blow up or anything, right, in the middle?
No, but it cuts cheese.
It cuts cheese, okay. Right.
That's not what I meant when I said that. But what it does, it dices.
Right, good, yeah. And you've got a train barn at home on the ranch?
Yeah. It keeps me out of trouble.
Right.
I started doing it in 1978, just kind of to keep off the streets at night. And it kept me off the streets, so that's good. It keep me from going out and, you know, hurting myself.
Yeah, creating havoc everywhere.
Yeah, it was fun at home. It's an escape. It's an escape from reality. That's pretty harmless, you know.
Right. There's some pretty authentic train noises I'm hearing here. Do you actually go out and sample trains and then...
yeah. We go out and... Wait a minute, I thought I heard one there. Yeah. Here, see that one there?
Which one?
Hey, the cam, train cam.
There you go.
Okay. I don't know if they can hear that.
They can hear that. You don't have any copyright problems there with the Santa Fe Railroad or anything?
No.
Okay. So you've been on tour for about a week now with Crazy Horse right across Canada. Any, you know, because I was noticing in most of the bios, you mentioned Omemee earlier, and there's no big sign there at Omemee that says home of Neil Young like it does in Perry Sound. It says home of Bobby Orr. Have they done that yet?
No, they haven't done that. I hope they don't do that.
Yeah.
Because Omemee's fine without that. They don't need that.
But most people think
it's just nice that it's still Omemee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But most people figure that Winnipeg's your hometown.
Well, you know, I got a lot of hometowns. I really do. Winnipeg was my hometown a couple of times. And when I lived there, I think I was like, gosh, like real young. And then when I was about 13 or something, I lived there again for a while, 12 or something. I lived there for about 4 or 5 years. And, but Toronto, really, I went to more schools in Toronto than I did anywhere else.
Right.
I went to a lot of schools and we traveled around quite a bit.
So not at a choice.
Well, no, it wasn't too bad. My dad was a writer, and it still is. And, you know, so we traveled all over the place. I guess so he could find a place where he felt comfortable writing, you know.
But then you moved with your mom to Winnipeg.
Yeah.
Yeah. That must have been bizarre, because that was a fairly, you know, the kind of age where you're wondering whether you're going to fit in with your peers or, you know, all that kind of stuff is probably going on.
Well, I think any kid goes through that, you know. But changing schools a lot was kind of a trip, because I had to constantly reintroduce myself to people, you know, and trying to, you know, make friends, and then you'd move on somewhere else. That was kind of different. But, you know, there's so many different ways to grow up. I think I was really lucky the way I grew up.
Yeah. And you had a guitar early, so that was sort of like the friend that went with you?
Yeah. For a while, like, well, actually, when I was playing, when I was doing most of the traveling, was before I started playing the guitar.
There was a whole pile of bands, right, in Winnipeg that sort of came together for 6 months or a year and then fell apart, and then other bands came up together, fell apart.
Yeah, there was a great kind of an explosion of bands around 1963 and 1964. It was a real cool scene. A lot of little clubs and bands playing everywhere, and that's where I got started and met a lot of my old friends.
Most of the people, the artists that have gone on from Winnipeg and created, you know, names for themselves around the world attribute the deathly cold to the reason that it's part of their success, that they had to hide from the cold in the basements.
That's right.
True? Yeah?
Well, you get inside and do things that make you feel good, you know.
Yeah.
Music, hockey, women, beer.
Okay, right, okay. So this tour, we've had Jay Myers has been on the road with you the whole time and sending reports back, talking with your sound technicians and the guitar roadies and the fans and all of that kind of stuff.
That's
and
cool.
The thing that's constantly surprising everybody is that you don't have a set list. You just...
Well, you know, I kind of get in a rut sometimes. You can imagine what it must be like. I mean, if you repeat yourself too often, especially since now I've got so many songs, I'm trying to just play what I feel like playing, you know. But even then, you get something really works well one night, and you know, sometimes if you're a little bit lazy, you'll try it again, you know, and that's when you start getting in trouble. So it's a constant battle to keep it fresh and keep putting new songs in. We forgot to do This Town the other night. We played for I don't know how many, a long time, and forgot to do a couple of songs I really wanted to do, you know.
Yeah.
And but we change it all the time, and there's certain songs I don't like to rely on a song to make the show happen. So if I am relying on a song to make the show happen, then I'll take it out of the show. And that really keeps me on edge, you know. And if one's really strong, after a while I try to get rid of it, because you'll drive it into the ground, you know.
Yeah, is that the point? Because sometimes I see you play songs. I caught the show up in Barrie, and I caught a show in Finland too really recently, which was amazing. And it seems like you find that sweet spot on the stage, and then you're gone. It's almost like you're not even conscious anymore.
That's the whole idea, is to try to get away from that whole, you know, for us, we just want to get where we can hear the music and where we can feel the beat, and then play.
Right.
That's where we're coming from.
And Crazy Horse must be great, like this game, because I'm sure that allows you to be able to do that, sort of a symbiotic kind of coming together.
Well, we're just like brothers. We are brothers. It just works.
I know. Well, Crazy Horse is in the house. We're going to be talking to them in a little bit, and you're going to get a chance to talk with Neil, because we're going to be taking their phones and faxes, and Speakers Corner has been coming in all week, and I'm going to play traffic cop, okay, to make sure that everybody gets there. Now, Rick is outside. He's on the street with a whole pile of people that couldn't get in tonight. Rick, you out there?
Oh, we'd rather be out here. We'd rather be out here on the street. It's so warm out here. You guys having a good time? We're gonna be getting some questions. We're gonna be wrangling some questions, and we're gonna be hopefully you guys are gonna be asking Neil some questions. You like that? Is that okay? Is that okay? Denise, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Rick. We'll hit you in a bit, and we're gonna go to a break, and we'll be coming right back with NeilTV. Thanks.
you would like to interact with Neil Young for questions and comments, the toll-free number to call is 1-800-265-MUCH. That's 1-800-265-6824. By fax, the number to call is area code 416-591-MUCH. That's area code 416-591-6824. You can also communicate with Neil by email at NeilTV@MuchMusic.com.